I want to encourage you to come on two mental journeys with me today. To two valleys. One's called the Valley of Weeping, the other's called the Valley of Trouble. Yet, ironically, for all their sad names, they're valleys of hope. Let me take you on the first journey, to the Valley of Weeping. It's mentioned just once in the Bible, in Psalm 84. It's a valley that, in that psalm, is associated with a sparrow. Now, some years ago, I met a lady who loved the image of a sparrow. She called her business after the sparrow. I can't remember the exact name. But what she liked was the idea of a drab, simple, unremarkable sparrow, and how God blessed it, and how God sustained it from springs of water in the Valley of Weeping. So in the middle of a sparse, dry, stark valley, the sparrow could be sustained. In fact, the whole theme of Psalm 84 is about hope found through staying close to God, even in that valley of weeping. Just hold that image in your mind, and let's now think about the Valley of Trouble. It's mentioned most in the book of Joshua in the Bible, when it's connected with a lack of faithfulness, in which one selfish man kept certain things for himself. He was found out. The valley is remembered because of what happened and because of that man. But not only that. Later in the Bible story, we read that the Valley of Trouble was renamed. It became the Door of Hope in the book of the prophet Hosea. The prophet spoke out against wrongdoing when the nation had gone far from God and when it faced destruction. In the midst of his prophecies against the nation are these words: I will make the Valley of Trouble a door of hope. Much later, the writer of Isaiah 65 captured the spirit of Hosea's words, saying, the Valley of Trouble will become a resting place for my people who seek me. Seems to me that there are so very many people who've been in their own valley of weeping and their own valley of trouble in 2020. But let me encourage you in hope to be sustained by God if you were a plain, ordinary sparrow, and to recognize that God stands ready at the door of hope, and how, as it says in Psalm 84, we are better staying as doorkeepers in the house of God than to spend our time in wickedness. So as we reflect on Advent and anticipate Christmas in this strangest of years, let's be sustained by God and go through those doors of hope and find our own hope rooted in him.